good? Absolutely. What it isn't good for? Absolutely. What's up, you guys? It's your boy, Alan G. Moji here live at Mi Casa Studio. You know what I said in Spanish or Ebonic Spanish. But we're here, guys, having a great time tonight with you. And I said tonight because it's like 2:30. You know how we do it. And thank you guys for showing up and being here live with us. We're going to answer your questions that you put on the IG. And let's get some fun with it. You know how we do it. Yeah. What isn't good for? Absolutely nothing. Yeah. Well, as you can tell, I'm running solo today. My guest host, Mr. Andy Black, is not here. He could have been here today, but I decided to give him, he didn't even know, give him a day off. Let him enjoy himself at home, resting, watching the show online. Hopefully that is him watching and is hanging out with us today. I'm just clicking this on right now since it's just me. I'm going to get everything rolling and flowing. There we go. And yeah, I'm looking forward to everybody that's going to be in here. We got some great questions. I reviewed some of them. And yeah, looking forward to answering them here on the live show. Guys, there's so much stuff going on with the channel. Stuff going on in my life, stuff going on with certain things. There's just a lot of good stuff, but it's busy and it's good. So we'll kind of hopefully talk a little bit about that today towards the end. But what a crazy week. I was supposed to be in Vegas today, but you know what? I just didn't want to do the whole, rushing thing. I got done with work yesterday. Around 8 o'clock or so, and spent some time with my family. And I didn't want to leave to Vegas no 11:30 at night. You know what I mean? I don't like to do that anymore. And that was 10 years ago, 5 years ago. I'd be like, okay. And then I just figured, today just enjoy my regular day and of course get things done around the house and get things done that need to get ready for tomorrow and pack and do all these things on the leisure time and of course just head out tomorrow, morning. And so that's why we're here. And who's it? Let's see, I just watched the weirdest video. Okay, well, it's good to see you there, Miss Cornin Ramsey, there, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, that's why we're here, guys, and we're gonna get this done today for you, and got a lot of great topics. And so let's just dive right on in to the first question, guys. I want to thank you guys again, but let's do that here. And speaking of the J family that is in the house, the very first question is from the fam itself, the J Family 5 at Yahoo Says. Is the only reason why you like Captain Kirk from Star Trek is because he a PIMP? Wow. Well, how did I know they were going to ask a question like that? Yes. I like him because he's all that in the bag of Doritos. Yes, he's funny, witty, he's very smart, courageous, and know how to capture it. You know what I mean? Know how to lead the team. And I don't know. He's just got that it factor. I like guys that got the it factor, and he's got it, especially with the ladies or the Martians or the aliens, because he likes to have fun. So PIMP, Captain Kirk. There you go. I don't even know what PIMP stands for. PIMP. I don't know what that means, and I'm afraid for someone to let me know what that means. You know what I mean? I just put it this way. A few years back, actually longer than a few years, maybe several years back, I finally found out the meaning behind the Turning Japanese song, from the Vapors. I remember that used to be me and my friend's song. We used to always go out and party, have a good time in Vegas. And we used to play that song all the time. But I didn't realize what it was trying to say or what was it implying And let me just say, when I found out, I was like, whoa, like revelation was like, bam, right? So, yeah, I'm afraid to see what PIMP gonna be standing for. So, you know. All right. So if you guys know what it means, put it down in the section below and let me know. But of course, make it kid friendly, if you know what I mean, if it's possible. All right, let's go to question number 2. As I'm spitting everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, that's funny. All right, let's go here. Question number 2. All right. DC Fanatics at Gmail says, do you have the DC streaming service? And if you do, what shows do you watch on there? Well, thank you for that question there, my friend. And hold on one second. I had no idea what just happened. Hold on. You looked it up? Is it bad to put online? Can you put it online? Can you type it in line? Because I could delete the message if I needed to, but yeah, I can remove that one message if it's too bad. But yeah, I'm curious to see what it is. So go ahead, D, put it on. But to answer the question is if I have the DC universe, like DC live streaming service, and what shows do I watch and what shows do I like? Is it what shows that I like? Let's double check one more time. What show? Yeah, what show was it? Well, I'm gonna look on. Well, let me just go to this question back. So PIMP, one of the results said the Lord of the Hook. Yeah, but see, when you do initials like that, I think I don't know if it's a word or an initial. I thought it was an initial, like P and then dot I, then dot, then M, then dot, then P. I didn't know if it was an actual word. I mean, there's a part of me that thought it was an actual word. There's a part of me that thought it was just, hey, it could be an initial. You know what I mean? So, yeah, there it is. The Lord of the Hookah. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what, I didn't say hookah, not a hookah like, smoking the hookah. No, I said hook up. It's a difference. Kidding. But that's interesting. Wow. But no, I do not have the DC streaming service. I figured I have all the movies, for the most part, from DC, other than the animated series stuff. That'd be the only reason why I would get that, because there's so much stuff there. So I probably would not get it. I'm not sure. Yeah, get rid of it, D. I appreciate it. I said what I said. You know what I mean? Where's Andy? How can y'all have a show with just a sidekick? Oh, that's tough. See, you play too much. Well, Andy got fired. Okay. Hey, I'll do it for you like Vince McMahon. Andy, you're fired. There you go. I should got hold on. I gotta let it a little long. Hold on. Andy, hold on. Andy, you're fired. Yeah, there you go. That was better. No, I'm good. I'm good, Dave. I'm glad you're here. I apologize. I think I looked at the questions and I didn't see a wrestling question on. No, there is one on there. There's one wrestling question on. It's kind of simple, and we'll get to that when we get there. But Dave, you can ask me anything on the chat. It's good to see you guys in here. So yes, I do like. I do watch DC. I do like them a lot. Whether they're going through the growing pains, if you will, or whether you like all of them, whether you hate them or not. I happen to like all the movies. Obviously, there are some better than others. There's some that need a whole lot of work, but I still like them as a whole, right? And so I want to say, which one am I watching now? But not on the streaming service that's DC. I'll tell you right now, that's not that it has my attention, but it is a little bit weird, but it's cool at the same time, and that is Doom Patrol. Doom Patrol, is it Doom? No, it's Doom. Doom Control. Not Control. Wow, I can't speak today. Doom Patrol. That's the one right there. Anyway, so Doom Patrol, it reminds me of Deadpool for Marvel, but amp that up times 10. Like, it's off its rockers. It's like Deadpool, and each one of them has, like, there's like several characters on there, and each one of them are just gone with the wind. I want to say the story's pretty cool. Of course, they're shoving down the you know the political, not political, but let me phrase the word. Today's, you know, how life is with all the different things going on. What up, Persona 5? It's good to see you. What up, Ray Ray? So yes, you know, they kind of put in today's agendas of what's, you know, out there, what's new, what's hip, what's in. You know, I got to put this in there because, you know, that's what today's world's all about. So we're going to put this in the film or put this in the show, and we're going to saturate it like crazy. There are a lot of different things in there like that. If I don't like it, I just fast forward it. You know what I mean? If I don't like it, I just fast forward it. So, yeah. Looking at some of you guys' chats, I'm trying to go back and forth here. I apologize for that. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Come on now. Well, if y'all know how to share it out, share it out. You know what I mean? But yeah, so Doom Patrol will be the new one that I'm watching right now. Oh, I love me some Legends of Tomorrow. Same thing. I'm finishing up on that right now, caught up, and I want to say same thing. Great story. I like all the different elements they got, but of course, the only agendas out there. But on the other side, just you know, trying to make it relevant, making it okay. And that is to the point where anything and everything right now is able to throw in a show. You know what I mean? There's no more taboo. There's no more taboo. Meaning cursing, you know, whether you're gay, whether you're not, transgender, whether you're not, you know, different politics standards, just all kinds of stuff, man, is thrown in there, and it's not subtle. Is what I'm saying. It's just to the point to, hey, we don't care if you like it or don't like it. We're just gonna put it in for you, and it is what it is. So, hey, I love the shows, so I just fast forward through some of the stuff that I just don't want to watch, you know. And thank goodness, it's only 5 or 6 minutes here and there. It's not like half the show. And if it was, then maybe I probably wouldn't watch it anymore. If that makes sense. Like, I kind of did that with Supernatural. I was a huge fan of Supernatural. But when it got to like the 8th to 9th season, now I said that right because they finally capped it off at 14, 15. I think it's 15. I think they're done at 15, or they're canceled now. They're done. But I think it's got to be the longest running show in history. I think. I don't mark my words. Just from the number, I really never seen a number that big as far as that type of a show. When I say show, meaning like kind of like a series. You know, sometimes, you know, I know Smallville hit 10. I know there was another one that hit 11 or 12. But this is like 15. I could be wrong. Could be at 17. I just know there's a lot of them, right? But I stopped at like 8 or 9. Just because they were just like messing with the, you know, the whole part about, you know, God and just almost like making a mockery of them and just being crazy, you know, I don't know, just making it crazy. It's still a cool show, but just making it crazy made no sense. Was going way outside the box with it, and just was getting ludicrous. If that's the word for it I could use for it. It was just crazy, ludicrous, crazy, lost its minds. And it was just too much. But does that mean I hate the show? No. Does that mean that the show sucks? No. It just wasn't my cup of tea no more. So, you know, you guys, if you like it, go check it out. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to sit here and tell you, you know, it's the most horriblest show on the planet because of my views and thoughts. You know, that's just my thing. It's depending if it's your thing or not. All right. Moving on to the next question. Thank you from a DC Fanatics at Gmail. Appreciate that question. And also thank you so much, the J Family 5, for your earlier question as well. And yeah, there you go. I will add one more thing to that question. I'm looking forward to checking out Krypton. I hope they just keep that on the you know, I hope they just keep it on the down there, and you know, just keep it simple. You know what I mean? Hope that they just keep that show simple. I'm looking forward to it. My favorite character is Superman. and I hope that they make that happen there. You know what I mean? And I know they already canceled it after 2 seasons. I got both seasons. I'm gonna binge that one as soon as I get done with Legends of Tomorrow, and then of course finishing up with Doom Patrol. I think I got like 4 more episodes for Doom Patrol, and I gotta finish season 3 so that way I can get ready for season 4 when it comes out on the Blu-ray. Here we go. Oh no, not season 4. Sorry. I can watch season 4 because I have that, and then of course season 5 on the Blu-ray when it comes out. All right, I saw something that my boy Dave put up there, and Dave put Supernatural is on season 15 now. Yeah, and I want, but Dave, I think they've already talked about that. That's the goodbyes, and it's what I think that's got to be the final season. So because yeah, they're not continuing it no more. So yeah. All right, here it goes. Watch yourself. At Yahoo says, did you hear Marvel is in talks on buying DC property? What do you think, real or fake? Man, I saw something about this. There you go. I saw something about this a few days ago online. Saw it on YouTube. Saw it on the Instagram, on the Twitter, on the tweet. Yeah, something about that the head of Marvel is maybe inquiring DC, and all I can say about that is great. You know, it's not like, oh, okay, well, see, DC sucks, so that's why we gonna just go ahead and give it to the Marvel, let them make it all better. You know, I will say this, and I'll give you the pros and the cons of this. And I'll use the wrestling, for example, because my boy Dave's in here. When WWF, WWE, right, was going against WCW. Now, WCW, we'll just say is DC, and we'll say WWE, right, is Marvel, right? WWE had put all these hits out, hit after hit after hit. These characters, people loving them, over the top. You know, just making hits, man, just doing great jobs, pay-per-views, shows, everything's great, right? And then WCW, DC, right? Did the same thing, got a few here and there. But at least it kept everybody on their toes and to keep working hard for that goal for everybody to love. There's 2 different genres, right? You have your Marvel to enjoy, and hopefully you have your DC to enjoy, right? There's enough characters and enough story to go around to make it all great. Well, in wrestling, look what happened now to WWE. When WWE decided, let me go ahead and buy WC, I'm gonna buy my competition. At the end of the day, even though it's a friendly I'll just use that word, friendly competition. Marvel versus DC. It's even though they don't want to admit it, I truly believe it was a friendly competition of, hey, who can make the better movies? You know, who got the better characters, right? So with that, I guess my point is this, that look what happened at WWE. It's like scale. It's not even exciting anymore. Yeah, they got a couple cool things, don't get me wrong, just because of the characters they built for that. But it's still stale because they got no one else to go up against. Now, yes, AEW just came to the mix. TNA's been here for a minute. But none of them in ROH, you know, but none of them get that status to go, oh, we're going to really take it to WWE. And so all I'm saying is if y'all think that it's going to be super, super great when Marvel brings DC and they do this, the only one thing I could say out of the entire thing that I think that would work great would be that movie or that comic book that is out that actually has both superheroes team up against, you know, a common villain that they both can, you know what I mean? So that Marvel and first it'd probably be Marvel versus DC first. They might fight against each other, and then of course, that'd be like the Infinity Wars, and then Endgame would be where both Marvel and DC get together and they fight the common foe, and it'd be the most epic on the planet, right? So that'd be the only thing I think would be great about it. But as far as like them doing this here, and yes, they have the formula, if you want to call it that, but I just feel like, I don't know, because, hey, what's his name, Joss Whedon, you know, he was the formula maker, if you will, for Marvel, I want to say, right, if makes sense, yes? So why didn't it work at DC when he went in and changed the film. You know what I mean? Everybody should have fell in love with that movie, if that makes sense. If Josh Whedon was, had the formula that Marvel, you know what I mean? I think what separated DC and Marvel really well was you had the uplifting and and funny and exciting, over here. But over here you had the brooding and dark and little just something different, you know what I mean? And that's what, even though it should have had a little bit more lighthearted in some degrees, which they have made later on, with Shazam and Aquaman and stuff. I think they should have added a little bit of that touch in the other ones. I would have made it a little better. So I get it. So my thoughts on it is, hey, whatever works. I love movies. I'm gonna enjoy myself when those movies come out, good or bad. It is what it is. So if you guys think it's a good call, put it down below. If you guys don't think it's a good call, put it below. But let us know. Let us know. Let us know. Let us know. And I don't even know if it's real, because you know how people. I'll give you another perfect example how sometimes on the net sometimes can be, even if they say it, can be fake. Vanilla Ice, ladies and gentlemen. Ice Baby himself, right? So I was watching a recent interview a few years ago, and then an old interview that he did that about Suge Knight, about how supposedly he, because you know the whole part, right? Basically that he owed him some money, or there was money that needed to be paid to him, to Suge. And so apparently Vanilla Ice said that Suge took Vanilla Ice, and hung him over the balcony and told me, give me your money, I'm gonna drop your ass. Basically, right? All right. So point is he actually said on an interview, I think it was Sway in the morning, Sway asked him that question, said, hey, the whole part with the interview that you said about how Suge did that, was that true? Did you and Suge have issues or have beef? He's like, nah, not like that. They were like, hey, why don't we ramp it up for the ratings? Let's just make it Suge is crazy like that. Let's go ahead and say that happened. You say that. I was like, what? So he basically lied and said it was the truth. And then 10 years later, or however many years later, say, hey, you know what? It was just for the ratings. I was told to say that. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes you gotta be careful, and some stuff is real, some stuff is not, and it is what it is, man. The ability on TV, and now they got those deep fakes. Oh, it's about to get crazier, because now you could take, someone that can mimic voices, put their face on it with that person's face with that person acting with the voice, and next thing you know, we got people saying stuff that ain't even true. It's not even truly them that's saying it. That's gonna be scary for that. You know what I mean? It's all fun and games right now because it's funny to see, a big old George Lucas's, head, and he's talking, and it's not really George Lucas. He's making fun of his own movies, I'm not gonna say, what's one of them for? It's cool, but I don't think it helps the movies. I think that it burns the fire more for the ones that didn't like certain movies, that like The Last Jedi, like, you know what I mean? Like, I think it burns even more. Like, fuels the fire, if you know what I mean. And then they have Robert Downey Jr., and then they also have, I believe, I don't know if it's Tom Holland, but it's another one they do for the deep fake. I don't know why I'm drawing the blank on the second person, but yeah, where they're just, the face and they're changing the voice because it's another person using their voice, a good impersonation, and then yeah, so that could be tough. All right, moving on to the next question. We have here. Well, thank you. First of all, watch yourself at Yahoo. Who are you? 16 at Yahoo Says. What are your anticipated movies for the rest of 2020? Yes. Well, let's see. I have. Let's see. Sonic, I was anticipated for when it came out, of course. Bad Boys 3, Bad Boys for Life. The Call of the Wild. I'm actually kind of now depressed about that one, even though it's already out already. I'm sad about it because I found out that it's a CGI dog. It's not even a real dog. All the animals in there are fake, which I'm glad for one part. At least the animals did not, they could get hurt, because some of the stunts in there look pretty crazy. And maybe that's why they did that, you know what I mean? But I heard the CGI ain't the greatest. and I guess it's like $100 million movie, and I'm like, whoa. But again, I ain't gonna believe nobody because I'll tell you what, there's people that said that, you know, guys, I couldn't tell that Tarkin from Star Wars Rogue One was CGI. I thought he was alive still. My friend slapped me and said, "Hey, that dude dead." I'm like, "No, he ain't. He right there." He's like, "Nah." I'm like, "Oh snap, he did die." Uh, so it's probably gonna fool me. You know what I mean? I'll probably enjoy it, but just knowing it's not real kind of will take me out of it a little bit. You know what I mean? So just like my man Henry Cavill with his mustache, CGI mustache, I was looking for it the moment it came on the screen. That's why I saw it and freaked out. I had guys that didn't even know about it. And I said, "Hey, did you see it?" And they tell me all the time, like, "Man, we still can't see it." I'm like, "Can you see it?" And I'm pointed right at them. And that's the thing is, like, if you're not sure in your head, you know, if you don't know, then yeah, most likely you're cool with it. It's when you kind of know already, and then you try to go in there and forget about it. You know what I mean? So yeah, so that movie I'm still looking forward to seeing. The new ones that are upcoming, been looking forward for Top Gun 2, Maverick. Oh, that looks ready. Fast 9, ladies and gentlemen, the family saga, 100% for sure. Then we got the Ghostbusters Afterlife. I'm looking forward to that one. Coming to America 2. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Spiral, the Book of Saw. I'm looking forward to that one. I like to see how they're going to intertwine that one there with the actual series because it's not a full sequel. It's actually just, it's embedded into the series, but not a sequel or prequel. Um, what else is there? My movie, The Fight. I'm looking forward to seeing that one actually full and finished, which is coming out Easter weekend. So that's going to be cool. Trailer dropping in about a couple weeks, hopefully mid-March. Before that, we're going to throw that out there for you, and it's going to be great. I just do one of the like teaser posters. What else is there? I feel like there's a few more that I'm missing, but those are the ones right there that I'm, you know, I could just top of my head and look like I'm be excited for. Let's move on. Well, thank you for that question, my friend. I am all the Sith at Gmail said, did you hear about all the new Star Wars material that is coming out between movies and shows on the Disney Plus? Yes, I have, to a degree. So I have heard about the High Republic. I don't know if it's a TV. Hello, Lisa M is in the house. Long time no see here. You know, I don't know if your phone number changed, but I tried texting you and saying hello to you, and you know, it just looked like crickets. Actually came back to me and said, got the wrong number. Yeah, got the wrong number. Yeah, hopefully we can exchange that number for me before we leave. Yeah, that's why I was wondering why you weren't getting my stuff. I was saddened by that. So, hey, before you leave, so don't just roll out, but before you leave, I'll have you write down, you know, if you need my number, I'll put it out there and you can text it to me, or you can text it to me and then I delete it, or you know, we can put it here in the live stream and then I delete it right after. We'll make it happen. But let's go back to that question. Yeah, something about the High Republic. You know, I heard that it might be. Right now, I'm getting a little worried because of this whole. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, the virus thing. We're talking about the Chinese flu. I forgot what the hell it is called. There's a Chinese flu going on, Chinese virus, or if you're talking about the internet virus, I'm not quite sure which one you're talking about. But I will say that the High Republic could be a movie. It could be a Disney Plus show. They didn't really, you know, specifically say which one it was. I know they got the was it Cassidy and Endor? I think I'm saying that wrong, but something that show's supposed to be coming out. They got the Mandalorian 2, of course, coming out. They got a new Clone Wars movie they're coming out. I'm not sure if that's gonna be animated or real, live action if you want to call it that. What else is there? Oh, I heard something about they might make a Exegol movie, which means it's gonna take place between 8 and 9. So it's kind of like a prequel. So because a lot of people are like, oh, we don't know how Emperor came back alive. There wasn't enough. We should have got more explanation. Or, hey, Kylo Ren, we didn't see that. So it's like they're gonna maybe show that world as ago and how that all came about and how it became what it became and how he had all those ships stored and you know what I mean. So it's gonna be like that, and I'm actually excited for that. That's what's great about a series on a channel. It would be Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus. It doesn't matter, right? That's what's great about having a 10-part miniseries or 15 or whatever, 5, because you could take that and now and explore and not have to be rushed and tell your story. Where a movie, you're confined anywhere from that hour and a half, 2 hours, 2.5, now up to 3 if you have the cojones to make that work. You know what I mean? I'm really surprised that that Lucasfilm did not do that with Disney and let Star Wars be 3 hours. I think it would have been deserved because they've had all these movies, OG or not, those or not, new one or not. They could have totally, I think, get away with 3 hours and just broaden the story out a little bit, let some stuff breathe, and it wouldn't feel so compact. Because Marvel did it with both Endgame and Infinity Wars, so I don't see why they couldn't do that. So yeah, that's where we're at with that. So a lot of stuff coming out, a lot of different shows coming out, and movies that they're working on. And when they showed the little teaser trailer, they were talking about how they're really gonna expand on the universe. Now I hope everybody is okay for that, because I understand that's why there was a lot of beef in the new trilogy, because they were trying to expand, and I want to say the people that did not like the characters didn't like how they were being expanded, as well as the OGs, right? The OG characters like a Luke, a Leia, and Han. They didn't like the way their characters arcs were and how they were portrayed. They didn't like that. Right? They had their own perception in their mind, and they wanted this, and they ended up getting this. So I hope that because it's a new slate, new characters, everything, that no one can't say crap. The only ones that can say crap is if they really read. Let's say it's an actual character that's from like a novel or from a book, and they're going, okay, well, I read that and I don't see that here. Like that to me, and I'm not that person. So see that I can just go and enjoy it. You know what I mean? And or if I like the character or don't like the character, I can actually do it just because I don't have a pre-existing thought of that character. That makes sense? So that's there. Looking forward for all the shows. Give me all the Star Wars. I love Star Wars. The good, the bad, and ugly. I love it all. So just bring it on. So thank you so much for that. I am all the Sith. Yes, I see what you did there from The Rise of Skywalker. Yes. Release the Snyder. Oh boy. Release the Snyder Cut 100 at Yahoo Says. I know it's been a while since Justice League came out. Are you still wanting to see the Snyder Cut of Justice League? And me personally, I just want to see how that vision was. Yeah. Of course I want to see it, man. I hope we don't have to wait, 30 years or 25 years or however long years it was to get Richard Donner's version, his cut, if you will. If you actually watch Superman the movie and Superman Richard Donner cut, if you watch them two, forget about Superman Returns, even though there is a trilogy to that series. And I'm not saying forget about it because I actually like that movie, right? I understand the problems and why people don't like it. I get it. But I'm talking about here, these two movies. If you watch Superman, and if you watch Superman, the Richard Lester version, it's a different story, right? If you watch the Superman the movie and you watch Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut, you're gonna tell it goes side by side. It's a father and son movie, and they really showcase that in 2. And so I want to see that with the Snyder Cut, because the Snyder Cut, I heard, this whole beef, everybody complaining, and I try to tell everybody, I understand it looks like a bunch of craziness, a cluster bomb, right? Because you got Man of Steel, and then people are already talking a little bit, even though it was a good people. Okay, by the way, I love Christopher Reeve's Superman, and Superman the movie. That's one of my favorites of all time. But I have to give out to Man of Steel. Man of Steel is my favorite. I'm gonna tell you right now, if Man of Steel would have had the Superman theme song from the 70s and 80s and 90s, it would have been, to me, the best movie of all time. Marvel, DC, don't matter. I would have said that. But because it didn't have that, even though I love the Hans Zimmer mix, it's really good. That's right up there. I love it. But it's not that. Make sense? So this movie now, Superman, Man of Steel, basically, great movie, wonderful movie, masterpiece, if you will, right? But everybody didn't think that. Nobody didn't think that, right? Let me phrase it, not nobody, not everybody. There you go, not everybody, because there are a lot of people that do like that movie. Then you have Baby Superman. Again, I like it. A lot of people don't. Very dismissive film. All right, I get you. Then you had was supposed to be Justice League, right? Well, let's go back in time. Let me tell you what it should have been. From what I've heard from the rumblings of Zach himself, on the tweets, on the Instagrams, on the YouTube, it was supposed to be, you know, Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, either Justice League Part 1, Man of Steel 2, Justice League 2, or it went Batman v Superman, Man of Steel 1, or Man of Steel 2, Justice League Part 1, Justice League Part 2. So it was supposed to be this 5-picture arc series. And we're supposed to see, it was actually a Superman story out of all 5 of those. So we're supposed to see the arc, right? Superman's beginnings, Superman's struggles, right? Superman really not understanding his place in the world. Y'all said you wanted to ground Superman, so we gave it to him. Even or not, we gave it to him, right? He gave it to us, right? We didn't like it, or I did, but some people didn't like it, right? Then we were going to see the transition from Man of Steel 2 and Justice League 1, right, Part 1, start seeing how he was becoming the Christopher Reeve Superman, the happy, hi, I'm going to save the cat from the tree, da-da-da-da, right? The whole thing, you know, the whole, you know, very hopeful and very, you know, loving, sweet, caring, and smiling all the time, you know, the hokey one-liners, right? The goody two-shoes, if you will. Would have happened at that end of Justice League 2, would have happened, or in that movie. You see what I'm saying? It would have been that. But we never got to see that because he got fired, or not fired. What's the word I'm looking for? He stopped coming, or he fired because of the whole situation with his daughter committing suicide. You know, R.I.P. to her. You know what I mean? Apologize. You know, to the family. It's been forever, not forever. It's been a minute, but still, man, it still hurts, man. I think if I lost somebody, you know, I'll use my mom for example, man. And it's been almost 6 years now, and I still hurt. You know, that my mom is gone. Obviously, I know where she at, and I love her very much. But, you know, if someone was to talk about it, you know, I might shed a tear a little bit because I feel it. You know what I'm saying? I still feel it. It's my mama. So that's going to be his daughter, man, forever. And so, you know, whatever happened with that, whether he got fired, whether he got let go, whether he quit, it don't matter. So my point is that we never got to see the vision of Zack Snyder. Dark or not, light or not, good or not, bad or not, we never got to see it. So I would love to see it. Love to see how that plays out instead of getting the Josh Whedon, the Frankenstein version of Justice League. I'm hoping that we can see where it was Man of Steel 1, Batman v Superman, and the Zack Snyder cut, and see if that plays out better. I think it will. I think it will. Okay? But it may not for you. But I will say to you, if you ever do watch the Superman Richard Donner cut, watch that with Superman the movie, and then the Donner cut, right? And you can still watch Superman Returns. That's another question for another day. That's the trilogy. That's why it looks the way it looks. That's why they hired Brandon Routh instead of Henry Cavill, because he had that Christopher Reeve look, because he was supposed to be the stand-in, if you will, for Christopher Reeves. You know what I mean? It was a trilogy for those three. So, yeah. But thank you for the question. I think that's great. Moving along. You guys in the chat can ask me questions. About anything. Yes. But let's go ahead and get to that next question here. Number 7. Oh, we got a wrestling question for you, Dave. Dave, if you still here, you go, buddy. The Phenomenal One 90HQ@gmail says, what is the better brand right now? WWE, AEW, TNA, or ROH, which is World Wrestling Entertainment, Elite. I don't even know what the AEW stand for. All I know is wrestling and Athlete Elite Wrestling or Attitude. I forgot what that stands for. TNA Total Non-Stop Action, and Ring of Honor is ROH, right? And so yeah, I don't know. I don't know that question, sir. I will say, or ma'am, whoever you are. I'm gonna say it's a sir, but it could be a ma'am. So yeah, there you go. I don't know. I think WWE is still on top because it's just a machine. So even though it's got low numbers and it's some of the stadiums or that's what's guys. This is what's tough about social media. Media is getting so good that you could do stuff on your phones, right? I talked about how Justice League with the mustache, they had somebody from the phone fix the mustache, and that guy did something better with a $10,000 budget than they had when it was $400 million budget. You see what I'm saying? And so, because there was a stuff online where they were showing arenas around the world, different cities, different states of WWE, and they were showing how, like, it's not full, like it looks like half the stadium, like almost like how WCW looked like towards 2000, right? And I say that because I don't know if WWE is hurting that bad or if it's just a hoax or if it's real, But I want to say that WWE is still on top, even though it could be fake that you're seeing all these things online. It could be people, messing with the imagery and making it look like it's, that looks empty when it's not. But it also could be jam packed. We just don't really know. We just have to take and hope in our hearts and our minds. We go, you know what? That's real. It's not fake, and it is what it is. But yeah, so I think WWE on top. I think AEW is starting to be on top. It's just too soon to tell. They've only been out like maybe a year or less than a year. And of course, they're definitely different. They're a lot different. They're trying to do stuff different than TNA. Remember, TNA was doing the same thing back in the day when they did the six-sided ring. They were doing the different, tale of the tape, or the tape, however you want to call it. Where you check out the size, the win, the lose column. They try to do it more like a real UFC MMA style, and so AEW is doing that differently too, where they're doing the weigh-ins, because you never got the weigh-ins ever in WWE or TNA. So they're doing something different post interview, post conferences and stuff like that, pre and after, So yeah. I don't know. I would say WWE, TNA because it's longer, even though they don't have an actual cable, network. AEW and then ROH. I think that's what I'm going with. Have to head out right quick. I'll be back hopefully. All right, Lisa M. If worst comes to worst, Lisa M, shoot me your email. And we'll text each other our numbers that way. Okay? Because giving your email out isn't too bad. So hopefully you'll get a chance to do that. NXT, I think, is going better storyline-wise. AEW is a close second. ROH, you have to stream them, so not a lot of TV time. WWE is still the big dogs, always will be. Yeah. I noticed you didn't put TNA up there. That's tough. Because they're the same way. They're in that streaming boat like ROH. They don't have a home on cable. They don't have it. I didn't say NXT because it's WWE brand. So that's why I didn't put NXT. But yes, NXT is doing some great things. I will say this, Dave. Did you know on the Table of Three on the WWE Network, the TV show, the online show they have there? Check this out now. I cannot believe that WWE had done this, because that means that means our theory was right about Vince having a little hand in TNA. I want to say. So they had my boy Sting, of course. They had my man Double J, Jeff Jarrett, and they had AJ Styles, and it was called the Impact Show, something like that, right? And they were talking about TNA. And I was like, well, how is this happening? And then, get this, Dave, they actually put them to go check out TNA. Like, they promoted TNA. They promoted the channel that they're at. They promoted to go check out their matches and to go check out their show. So WWE was supporting TNA. And I was like, wait a minute. You don't help out even if they low on the totem pole. You don't help them out if that's your competition and you're trying to bury them. Right? So that's why I think Vince got a little hand, just a little hand in it, just a little sprinkle. You know what I'm saying? I think Vince got a little sprinkle. Man, I do not know what happened, guys. It literally just booted me off the live. Sorry about that, everybody. But yes, he did, but not anymore. Oh, he did. Well, that's probably why on the show, because that was really crazy. That a table for three, that's a WWE Network exclusive show. I think it's on its 5th season. And then, like I said, you had these wrestlers that were both in, WCW, WWE, TNA, ROH, and they really focused on, they didn't talk really about anything in WWE that much, other than we talked about TNA. And then, of course, like I said, the biggest one out of all of it was they promoted the show of TNA at the end, which was pretty wild. So yeah, there you go, everybody. Let me know what you guys like, man. Are you guys WWE fans? Are you guys TNA fans? Are you guys ROH fans? Or are you part of the new AEW brand, ladies and gentlemen? All right, or the NXT. Okay. Thank you so much, Phenomenal One. Appreciate that, Mr. 90 or 190 HQ. Again, I'm not sure if you're Mrs. or Mr., but hey, thank you so much for the question. H2O Yo Mama. Okay, and Yahoo says, are you going to do the Eminem Godzilla challenge? Well, that's interesting. That's a great question. Thank you. I will say this. Yeah, I can flow, I can rap, but I can't rap that fast. Nope. I slur my words enough as I speak now. So, and I twist words right now. I'm dyslexic in some ways, so I would just mess this up. You know what I mean? So, no. Now, I will say this. I have made a beat, which is the Godzilla remix, which I am finishing, and I'm going to be uploading that when I put out this new album, if you want to call it that. But I will say, what up, Chelino? But I will say, I could do the pattern, right? I can do the pattern. Let's see. I'm going to pick something real quick. I'll show what I'm talking about. I can do the pattern. Like, I'm good like that with my ears, but musically, I can do patterns and beats and rhythms. I could do that. But I'm here. Let's see. Put it to the test. There might be a little feedback. And hopefully we don't get copyrighted. Probably will, but here it goes. We'll go to the very end. I can swallow up. I'm just going to do the rhythm. Woo! Yeah, I can't do it. That's what I'm talking about. Man, stop. I can't do it. That's what I'm talking about. Man, stop. Yeah, so there you go. That's the best you're going to get with the Godzilla remix. Now it's horrible because I took too many breaths. I could have done better because I actually did the whole thing without taking a breath. It is hard. And when I say do the whole thing, just doing it like that, like not the actual words. Like I stopped after the first word. There was this one Instagram, because they actually have the challenge where these guys are just killing it, right? There's this one guy, he's talking smack. He's like, oh, yeah, I got this, man. Check this out. And he's all, some of that, and he needs to stop. Like, he trampled. That'd be me trying to rap that fast. I just can't do it. Yeah, but like I said, I did make the music part for Godzilla, and it is an instrumental slash little jazzy, if you will. When I say jazzy, meaning the solo part, the actual hip hop beat's the same. Not same, but it's my take on it, which I think you guys are really gonna like. It's dope. I love it, man. It is off the chain. It's one of my best work, and so looking forward to dropping that soon for y'all. And I'll drop both versions. I'll drop the instrumental version in case anybody wants to flow off of it, and then I'll also drop the version where it has the solo part in it as well, musical solo. So I'm gonna be doing the Eminem version, but with my fingers. You know what I mean? So that's gonna be a new take, man. Everything's about the new take, right? All right. Thank you for that question. And the show just jumped the shark. Yeah, we did, and we back. We back, ladies and gentlemen. We back on the show. All right. Back from the future, 1985 at MSN says, do you believe in time travel? And where would you go back in time to re-see or to change events for the better? Well. All right. Well, first of all, man, I want to say thank you for everybody for being here. Appreciate you, Chalino, Dave, Lisa M, Ray, Persona 5, D. I appreciate all you guys being here. And like I mentioned in the last one right there, time travel. Well, I don't believe in time travel, man. I don't think that's possible. I mean, it could. I don't know, man. I have to believe that whole part where if you don't see it, you don't believe it. You know what I mean? I'll just say Christianity's faith is built on not seeing, right? We believe that Jesus is here within inside of us, right? He lives within us, right? But we can't see Jesus like physically, right? Same thing with God, right? I believe in God and I can't physically see God. So, who's to say that there's no time travel? There could be. And if there is, man, where would I like to go back? Oh man, I don't know. First of all, I've seen the Flash show. Nope. And Legends of Tomorrow. I'm gonna tell you right now. No, because just one small change jacks up everything, good or bad, jacks up everything. Who's in your life, what they do, what they don't do, what happens to you. Oh, yeah, I'm good. So what I like to see, I like to go in that period of time where either I was dealing 21 because I had a lot of fun doing that. And even though sometimes the pressure was on because you had pit bosses always looking over your shoulder, making sure you do everything right. And I usually hated that type of stuff where someone's watching over you, making sure you. But and it would be different if they were. I had one or two that were very caring about what was I doing. Like they would, if I made a mistake, they'd help me. They wouldn't bee me out, But yeah, sometimes you have these pit bosses or these bosses, if you will, that just rip you to shreds. And sometimes, like I said, for sure, I didn't like that. If someone was like that, I would just make me real nervous, and I didn't like that feeling. But other than that, man, I enjoyed the atmosphere. I enjoyed that type of stuff. It was a party atmosphere all the time. It was great. It was fun. I got a chance to talk to different people, meet different people. That was amazing. That's me. I'm an extroverter, and I love being there with everybody. And it was just fun. It was a good time. But yeah, that time, and also when I was doing my extra work. Meaning from like 17, 18 to 20, around there, those couple years, because I did all kinds of stuff, guys. I did Fools Rush In, I did Undisputed, I did Ocean's 11, I've done Second Time Around, I did a few others, man. She Spies. That was more when I moved out to LA. But yeah, man, there was a lot of cool stuff, man. I forgot the most big one of all. I can't believe I faced it. Rush Hour 2. That's one of my faves, man. That was my break, but didn't happen, man. But it's all good. Everything happens for a reason. So, yes. I'll use that one for an example. Rush Hour 2. If I could go back and make sure that Jackie Chan's friend did not come from Hong Kong when they had to use me, and let's say that was the one that movie was the one that started my acting career, my movie career. Who knows? I probably wouldn't have moved to California like the way I did, or who's in my life at the time. What happened with my mother and father? What happened with my family? What happened to my friends? Like, there's so many great stuff that could be gone if I was to go change that. You know what I mean? Even though I could hit my dream that I've always wanted and been this action superstar, right? I mean, and guess what? I probably would never have had my kid or met my kid. You know what I mean? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, be there for my kid. Like, could you imagine that it changed? Like, that's crazy, right? So I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I would not ever change anything. However, I would go back and see it. That's why I picked those 2 times, because those were the most fun times for me, if that makes sense. All right, so let's move on to the next question. Yeah, boy. Today's the greatest 16 at Yahoo says, I have read you lived in Nevada and California. Which one is considered your favorite to live in? Okay, well, let's see. In Nevada, obviously I lived in Las Vegas. And in California, I've lived, of course, here in Victorville, which is the high desert, Apple Valley, high desert area, Adelanto, high desert area, Oak Hills, Hesperia, that's all the high desert areas. So high desert, right? And of course, I've been down to LA and all that stuff, Hollywood, right? So which one's better? Well, or which one I think I like better? I don't know. I'd have to say Vegas just a little bit, because where I lived in Vegas, there was, the city of Las Vegas, but the Strip and all the other fun and cool stuff, all the things that's happening was like a 5-minute drive. No, I want to say 10-minute drive. So it was just a hop, skip, and a jump to go do that. And here, here in LA is a good hour and a half, maybe 2 with traffic. So then it's a long drive. So, a lot more things to do out in Vegas. And things are open 24/7. A lot of stuff isn't open 24/7. Now, they open up later in LA, but not everything's open 24/7. Only maybe one or 2 small things. I'm not even sure if that's the case. But in LA, Hollywood, that type of setting, yeah, it's not that 24/7. It might be 1 or 2, but not like Vegas. Vegas, for sure, is always around the clock. They have a swing shift, or they have a morning shift, a night shift, a swing shift, a graveyard shift, a day shift. They just have it around the clock. So I'll have to say Vegas just for that. That was the most fun, of course. And of course, I grew up there the most. I think I was here in California for the first 5 years of my life. Moved to Vegas from I want to say from 1 to 4.5. I was here, and then from 5.5 till 22. I was in Las Vegas. So there you go. Yeah, just drinking this core water. Yeah, this core right there for you. Looks like an L. No sponsorship there. They're not trying to sponsor me. But hey, if you want to sponsor me, Core, I'm here for you, baby. I got you. It's good stuff right here. Moving on, number 11. 11 Tata. What the heck? 11 Tada 11 at Yahoo says, what's your favorite type of music? Well, I feel like we've been asked this before. I like everything, man. I like everything but the opera. I can't do it. I can't do it. Nope. Yeah, see, I can't do the opera. I will say there is one, I don't remember the name of the band. I think it's called Operatica. I want to say it's that. It was mixed with opera with like a trance dance music. And it worked. And I liked it. But opera by itself, I couldn't do it. Figaro, Figaro, Figaro. I couldn't sit through an hour and a half of that. An hour of that. 30 minutes. I couldn't sit. Could you imagine 10 minutes we sing like this? Yeah, nah, I can't. Heck no. Could you imagine? Nope, can't do it. So I like everything else though, man. I like hip hop, I like rock, I like rap, I like alternative, I love oldies, like 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s. I like the big band. I can appreciate the big band, so love me some big bands, big band music. I like jazz, I like funk. I don't know about the, bing ding 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 ding. I can't do that one. Nope. And I don't like the ching 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 ding, the ding 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 ding. Yeah, the Chinese the ding ding. I can't do. Nope. Ding 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 ding. Nope. Can't do it. So I can't do any of that stuff. I can't do that. But like I said, the other genres, man, I love it, man. I love it. Now, when you start collabing things, though, that's where it gets fun. Like if you did a hillbilly hip hop beat, that might work. You know what I mean? Oh, I like me some country. I do like country. Not that I don't like country. I do like country. I like more of the super old school country, and I also like the new hip hop country. I don't like that in between country. If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but hopefully it makes sense. But yeah, man, I love classical. Have to be in the mood for sure on that one. Like I could just pop that in. So classical and opera, I feel like if they're mixed with something, it's good. But I could not do it by itself. Hope that helps you out. Hey, 5103 at Gmail says, when are you coming out with another musical album? Well, here we go. We just talked about it. I just did, I'm finishing up on Godzilla remix, which I'm very proud of. I think it came out really great. I'm working on the Axel F remix song, a cover song, if you will, from Beverly Hills Cop, that series with my boy Eddie Murphy. I can't do his. I can't do his laugh. That's as best you won't get. I tried to let it come naturally. It was worse. Actually, no, it was better than the first one. First attempt. I sound like a dead dude. So let's see. And then I'm trying to do 2 or 3 more cover songs. They're all covers, they're not remixes. Same thing with like Godzilla. It's not a remix, it's a cover. So let me rephrase that. So this next album I'm doing, it was gonna be a musical score album I was gonna do. Where I was like, Superman. When I say Superman, meaning not Superman song, but like the genre, right? Like the Star Wars, the Supermans, the Infinity War, you know what I'm saying? The Marvel, the DC's, the epicness, the big drums, the Matrix, you know what I'm saying? Like all the when you're watching the movies, man, and they just punching that cool, orchestra, you know what I mean? Indiana Jones, bum ba bum, right? All that. Like, so I was gonna make an album of that, and I just, for the time frame, I didn't have time to sit and do. I was starting to buy all the sounds. I was getting all these things, and it was just too much, especially with the new movies that are coming out and the trailers and the posters and stuff. We're trying to create and put out there for you guys at a specific time, and it's just too much. So this one, I'm able to do this album I'm doing right now. I'm able to kind of do here and there. When I get some free time, I go up there my studio, if you will, is in my home with my board, and I try to do what I can when I can, if that makes sense. So I'm hoping I was shooting for 5. I only might do 4. Heck, I might even only do 3, just to get it out there because I don't want to take too long. I don't want to have like the Godzilla song come out like in August of this upcoming year. Like I want to drop it within the next maybe month and a half, 2 months. You know what I mean? With the other songs that I want to do. So I'm hoping I can get the 3 or 4 songs done for that. And like I said, they're going to be cover songs. So songs that are already made, but I'm just doing my interpretation of that, kind of like a jazzy style. When I say jazz, I'm saying solo. I don't want to use the word jazz. I don't want anybody. What are you talking about? Solos. You know what I mean? I think one thing that's missing on songs nowadays are solos. Remember them days when you had them, that guitar solo, that saxophone solo. You know what I mean? It's just I miss them days, man. I want to try to bring them back. So I hope that makes sense. Hopefully in the next few months we can drop that for y'all. Last question, and then we'll just chit chat for a minute. Do you love me at MSN says, who is your favorite comedian? I think we talked about this before. I like me some, of course, Gabriel Iglesias. I do not know his last name. I think it's J. Hold on, let me see if I can pop that up real quick. J. You should say his name. There it is. I think it's Jay Farrell. Yeah, Jay Farrell. I know he does impressions, but he's also a comedian. And man, he is, I think, going to be one of the GOATs, man. If he can continue and let's say he starts doing more stuff, and yeah, I like him. I like the old school, man. I feel like the new school. I feel like the new school. There's one more. Hold on, let me see something real quick. Yeah, then there's I like Joe Coy, Filipino blood right there, and he's half and half like me. I believe he's half and half. But he's funny. I like him. But now, if see how like I'm taking forever to figure this out. Like if we go old school, we talking Steve Harvey, we talking Chris Rock, we talking Eddie Murphy, we talking Adam Sandler, we talking about Jamie Foxx. We're gonna go down route. Jim Carrey. I mean, there's so many. Martin Lawrence, if I haven't said him yet. I don't know if I want to put Will Smith in there because he was to me more of a musical guy for me. Will Smith and the Jazz Jeff, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you see how fast I came up with those? Like, just because they really left a mark. We didn't even talk about, the old school. We didn't talk. I even forgot about Andrew Dice Clay. Even though he, I'll tell you what, even though whatever he did, at not taking away that he wasn't a good comedian, which was Bill Crosby, Cosby, my bad, Cosby, and then Uncle Bill, right? And then you have Richard Pryor. Can't throw out there without Richard Pryor in the house. I mean, there's just so many, man, and that's just a few, right? So, yeah, those are my comedians that I enjoy, new and the old. I think I said Steve Harvey too. I like me some Steve Harvey. He made me laugh, man, all the time. He's good. But yeah. So guys, a couple things really quickly. Something right now that's a little tough on the channel that I got to figure out because we did a tester about 2 weeks ago, and I'm really hoping you guys. I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm hoping you guys did not put any money yet into the Streamlabs PayPal, because my friend did a test, and I guess that $5 that he did a test to put it back in his account did not come to my account because I guess I didn't finish the transaction / finish setting up whatever I needed to set up, which was really weird to me. And so I gotta, talk to some of my friends that know how to do all this stuff or have an idea about this and see about helping me with that. So give me a couple weeks, guys, to a month on figuring this out. And there's gotta be a better way where you guys can just click a button and just go to it instead of going here. You gotta, copy this and paste it here and then do this. You should be able just to click it and go. And that way, if you guys want to help out anyway, again, all the stuff that you would be, sending in wise, whether it be $1 up to whatever you guys want to do, or 50 cents, whatever you guys want to give. That's just again to just give better quality to our cameras, mics, computers, whatever that we need to just give you guys the best product here on the FIRELINE ENT channel. Because guys, I don't know if you know this, man, but we're really trying to make crazy, awesome films, stuff that's new, exciting, breaking edge. Music, same thing, new, old school, breaking edge. You know what I mean? Doing it all the time. Doing new shows, bringing in, hiring people to come in and be guest hosts. Get some, hopefully one day actually get some namers in there, some different actors maybe one day, or actresses that we know of from different platforms to come in and guest host with me, come up with different show ideas. Man, there's just so much stuff, but we can't do it with a zero budget. I pretty much everything that I've ever done has been just me producing, and I don't got guys. I know everything's I got my own business and I'm a millionaire, and I'm like, dude, no, I struggle most. I struggle, but I'm not complaining because I'm very grateful. I thank God every day that I got a job and that I'm able to do what I love to do, which is do martial arts and teach, little guys, kids, and adults, teenagers and adults, and teach them martial arts to protect themselves and build confidence and to live a better life. Like that's my job. So I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it's hard. It's hard work, Same thing with my other part, which is my other dream, which is, doing my film, my music. Creating my own film, my own films, and creating my own music and just pushing. So, but when you're not making money on the other end of it, you know what I mean. It can get a little daunting, And now all this is supposed to be for free. Hopefully one day I'll get paid for doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And hopefully it'll be well deserved, if that makes sense. So whatever you guys do happen to chip in, we appreciate it, man. It doesn't matter. We thank you. And if you don't chip in, we still thank you. We appreciate you no matter what you guys do. If you're watching, not watching. Like I said, do not chip in just yet. I know I talked about it to go into the, to the about section and then check out, if I go right now to the about section and I'll show what I'm talking about right here. There it is. And then you go to the about section here. Boom. Yeah, right here, HTTPS, with the colon, the two slashes. It says streamlabs.com @FIRELINE ENT. That's where you would go to check out if you wanted to, give to the channel. So don't go there don't go there and try to go there just yet. Also, guys, we're at 1.38 subscribers. I will say this, if you guys are watching this on the replay or watching this on the reel, if you guys can share our stuff out, we need to get our views up a little better. I want to say, I've been working on, getting subscribers and subscription people that are subscription. So I can't talk right now, right? So I'm doing all that, working that networking. But the thing I don't want to do is be at 5,000 subscribers and only 100 views. Or 200 views, right? Because then it's like, okay, what happened to the other 4,000, 5,000 subscribers? So I don't mind being at this number, at the 1,380 subscribers. We appreciate every single one of y'all. But if you guys could start viewing more of this stuff, commenting on all that stuff helps out the channel, whether we're monetized or not. When other people see, like our one movie finally crossed 600 views, so I will give a hand clap. Our latest one, 600 views, and a lot of people think, oh, that's nothing, But hey, with that's not a bad number ratio. If you look at 1,000 subscribers or a little over 1,000 subscribers, that's over half my subscribers watching the film. So I appreciate that. It's as if I was at like 10,000 subscribers, right, and I only have 1,000 watching. That would be weird. Right? It just wouldn't match. So, guys, you commenting, you viewing it, you thumbs upping it, or even thumbs downing it, but thumbs up would be better, right? That means the product's good. Then that helps us, even if we don't get paid for it. Like, I don't get paid yet because I'm not even monetized. So, yeah, and I heard the monetized went up to 8,000 hours instead of 4,000 hours. So I'm like almost giving up on getting paid on YouTube. So I do all this because I'm just wanting to get noticed, get known, and then hopefully someone looks at that and go, what, this guy got talent. I like the way this guy. He's very, personal. He can talk. He's funny. He's got skill. Hey, let's get him on a bigger project, bigger budget. Let's go. Right. That's what I'm wanting or looking for while I'm on here, doing what I'm doing for y'all. So, yeah, let's get that up, guys. Let's get these views up. and share this stuff out, guys. Share this stuff out. And I saw someone come in here, and I want to say what's up to you. Where you at? Where you at? We have Shadow is in the house. It's me, Caleb. Which Caleb? Oh, hey, ha! I know it's Caleb. You are. It's good to see you, buddy. Thanks for coming in and hanging out. So, like I said, everybody, the views are important. The subscription is important. The likes are important. Commenting down below is important. That kind of lets me know what's going on. Just always keep respectful and kind to each other, and of course to me, because I'm going to give you the same thing. Give you respect back. And yeah, let's try to make that better. Also, I like to work on my Instagram. Right now we're at 536, and I'm glad I want to get to that point where I can say, hey, I didn't buy, or I didn't try to get my numbers higher by contacting and getting, you know what I mean? Like, I want to do it natural, just natural. And we're doing okay, but we need to get it up a little higher. Like I said, we're like 536, and we got great stuff on there. So the Instagram, guys, is FIRELINE ENT. Again, FIRELINE ENT on Instagram. That is also where you can also send in your questions. So if you want to send in a question for next week, next Wednesday at 2:30, please do so, and go to FIRELINE ENT and go to my DM and inbox me your question. I will definitely put it here on the channel, ask it live for you right here, and answer it for you as well live right here on the channel and on the show, the FIRELINE Live, right? And right there is good. And then my Twitter, same thing, guys. I'm trying to change that new one, that old one I had to my new one, or my new one to my old one, because I have an old one that says FIRELINE ENT, and it was never used, and I have another one that's active, that's people are looking at and going through stuff. I have that, and that says the AGM01. Things like AGM01. So I gotta find a way of linking it together, or getting the AGM01 to get everything transferred to the FIRELINE ENT, because I want everything to be FIRELINE ENT. Keep it real simple. You know what I mean? Other than that, that is about it. We're not gonna wrap it up here in a few minutes. If there's any last minute questions or anything y'all want to say, y'all want to discuss, you can throw it on inside the chat there, guys, if you want. Because we'll stop the show at 4 o'clock. It's 3:47. Why stop it at such a weird number? We'll stop it at 4. And appreciate all the likes on there, guys. I see we got 6 likes on there. Appreciate that. 6K, if you will. But let me go ahead. I got to do one last thing for here. We got... Yeah. Okay. I'll tell you what, y'all want a little sneak peek? You want a little sneak peek of the beat? Because I can't wait for it. Come on. I'll give you a little sneak. Sorry, guys, I'm moving the camera the wrong way. We'll just do that right there. There we go. I'll play maybe a few measures. Not me playing it, but I already stored it. So I'll just let it play out. And that way you can see the screen. Hopefully you can read it there. I think it says Godzilla. There you go. All right, let's have a little fun with it. You ready? Here you go. Oh, hold on. I didn't know it had that part in there. Wait, why did it play that? Hold up. I'll tell you what we're going to do because I thought it deleted. Oh, that's because I didn't save it. Hold on a second. Hold on. We'll record over it. So that way we're good. We'll get that track number 10 in there. Right there. And then we're going to go here. We're going to replace it. There we go. So it's going to record. Here it goes. I'm going to play a few verses of it. Right, here it goes. Ready? That's all you get. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna bring that back up a little bit. Oh. Okay, that's too high. Oh man, let's bring that back down a little bit here. I think we're good there. Right there, we're good. I think we're good there. We should be good there. That's better. There you go, y'all. That was the Godzilla cover. Like I said, it's not the actual full version, and there is gonna be. You heard the little sound, little high pitched sound. I actually liked what I was doing, but it was way too high, and I couldn't change the octave, so I have to redo it again. But just go down an octave and change the sound a little bit. It's gonna be a little lower because if you listen to Eminem rapping, he doesn't start. He's not high or really going. He's going fast, but it's more like right. It's lower and it's a little bit more cut offish type of flow, like a cut flow, like you know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit more of a cut. It's not like a full like he does in the end, right? And not like that. So anyway, so we're gonna fix that, play that, have fun with that, and then release it for y'all, so y'all can jam out in your car with the Godzilla cover from AGM, if you know what I'm saying. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all y'all. And Lisa M, if you still in the house, man, you better put the email in there so I way to email and we can exchange them numbers. You know how we do it. Other than that, very, very grateful for all of you for being here. And we're going to put that song on. You know how we do it. Don't forget about next week still. Andy Block should be here. My co-host, if you will. Hopefully everything is well. Enjoyed his time with his wifey and having a good time at his home. Hopefully he was watching this. If he's not, I'm going to slap him. You know, this was his show as well. And maybe hopefully he'll watch it on the replay. And yeah, we love you, man. Very much so. Bam. But guys, let's just start this off. Let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't know what I just did. This is what happens when your tag team partner, you know, yeah, I X'd everything out. Give me 1 second, everybody. That's funny. See, we can't cut this. Okay, well, don't take forever to come back up, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Having a good old time. Almost there. We just gonna start off, man. Here you go. You know how we do it. Yeah, what it isn't good for. Absolutely nothing. Sing it to me, y'all. Let's go. Hey, guys, thank you so much for being a part of our FIRELINE Live number 5. Guys, staying alive. We're here number 5. Next week is number 6. Come join us every week. Come hang out with us. Guys, share this up. Let's go. Let's get more people. Let's have a good time. And I'm excited to do this for you guys. Whether we have one person in here, whether we have 50 million in here, we're going to still give it a show. You're still going to get me, the showstopper, if you will, like they do Mr. Shawn Michaels, Mr. WrestleMania. That be me. I make it happen, ladies and gentlemen. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. We'll see you guys next week at the same time at 2:30 for FIRELINE Live. Sing it to me. Let's go. Ha. Who. No, what it isn't good for, or absolutely nothing. We'll see y'all on next week. Jackie Chan. Later, guys.